Alright, so welcome back. Welcome to the second part of my reaction to Guts versus Dimitri. So just to recap, like what they said, like Guts scaled to like some kind of like demon which created a storm that could destroy an island. 687 kilotons of TNT was what they put. And then he scaled to like one of his like allies who could dodge lightning with like Mach 146, which is impressive. So let's see Dimitri's analysis. Let's go for some JRPG action.
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Right after I skip this fucking ad.
ELP.com/deathbattle.
Alright, let's see Dimitri's analysis.
On the continent of Fodlan lies the holy kingdom of Fargus, a knightly nation where the youth learn to swing a sword before they can write their own name. Prince Dimitri Alexandra Blaiddyd was no exception.
Blaiddyd.
The kid was a
Said it
prodigy,
wrong.
able to
Fuck.
spar with
Alright.
far more experienced warriors,
Combat
in
training,
part because he was a
Lions,
crest bearer.
eating weeds,
Or someone
3 years
gifted
old.
mystical power through
Hates
the blood
Edelgard,
of the
of
goddess
course.
Sothis. Those born with a crest gain anything from enhanced magic to superhuman strength.
At 9 years old, Dimitri could lift
Again,
giant boulders,
9 years
run
old.
across mountains for hours,
Right.
and constantly broke swords by accident. Most elites who had a crest also had a massive ego, but not Dimitri.
Right, Dimitri was strong, but generally kind. Like when he gave his childhood friend Edelgard a dagger. An earnest, if odd, gift.
I got shotgun shells for my first crush. But life took a turn for Dimitri when a mysterious group murdered his dad and a bunch of knights, burning them all in
Damn.
front of him, and leaving the poor kid with some serious survivor's guilt.
Guilt that only worsened when the country of Dusker was unjustly blamed for the tragedy. Dimitri lamented
Wonder what they're
that
gonna give
he
Dimitri.
could not stop Fargus's corrupt nobles.
Don't worry though, when those same nobles rebelled a couple years later, he fought
Is
them
he gonna
like a
steal the violets
beast,
or,
slaying
like-
them all with sadistic glee.
This savage side would emerge when
Or
Dimitri was reminded
Edelgard.
of the tragedy he witnessed. Otherwise, his chivalrous charm remained forefront.
With guidance from his dead dad's buddy Rodrigue, Dimitri got into the Garrigmach Officers Academy, where he led the Blue Lion's house and learned the mystic arts.
Well, he's not the most proficient in it, but Dimitri did learn healing and elemental magics, able to call down lightning or even channel it through his weapons.
Letting him electrocute tons of enemies at once. He learned this and more from everyone's favorite Smash Bros. Character, Professor Byleth.
Assuming you picked Dimitri's Blue Lions when you played Fire Emblem Three Houses. We're getting a little meta here, but his story turns out
Of course
very
you are.
differently depending on the path chosen. Aside from the Blue Lions, there's Edelgard's Black Eagles.
And the Golden Deer, led by the crafty Claude von
Sounds like
Recken,
the Black
aka
Wolves.
the best house.
Black Clover.
That band of goofy misfits, the Black Eagles are a far more cohesive unit.
Nah, fear the deer, Wiz.
You have no idea what you're talking
Fear the
about.
deer.
Ashen Wolves for life, losers!
Of course Jocelyn picks the Goths.
Anyway, in Dimitri's route, he mastered all manner of weaponry. Lances, swords, axes, gauntlets, and more.
Some of these weapons use magic, some use poison, and
Oh.
others are
Oh,
used to
status
slay
effects.
giant monsters.
That might
But
fuck
all
that
of them
over,
made
yeah.
Dimitri an ace at warfare, especially when Byleth taught him some special skills.
The seal
Oh,
movement
special
technique
skills.
stops foes in their
Swordbreaker.
tracks. Frozen
Sweep.
lance skewers
Awakened
enemies
mode.
with ice,
Swordbreaker,
and
that's gonna do a
Swordbreaker
lot.
boosts evasion
Atrocity.
against blade users. To top it off, Dimitri can enter an awakened state for even more power.
Dimitri led his classmates through
Awakened
thick
state, I
and
didn't know
thin,
that.
but everything changed when he suspected the one behind the tragedy of Dusker was his old dagger friend, Edelgard. Dun dun
Edelgard.
dun!
To end Fodlan's oppressive crest system,
Rhea.
Edelgard and her empire declared war on Fargus and the Church of Seros.
Dimitri could be cruel before, but after this betrayal, he snapped, vowing to kill every last one of them. For 5 years, he slaughtered the enemy, all to appease the voices that called for Edelgard's head.
He's not exaggerating. Dimitri truly believes his dead loved ones cry to him, unable to know peace until he claims vengeance.
As if prince-turned-murderer hobo wasn't scary enough, he wields the ultimate lance, the hero's relic, Eredfar.
Forged from the
Eredfar.
bones of dragon-like Nabateans,
Steel, no
Eredfar
spark
is
steel.
much stronger than ordinary
slaughter
metal.
it.
It can pierce any
Strength,
armor with its
lightning.
signature move, Atrocity,
Damn.
and only crest bearers can
Various
wield it
lines of
without
swords, axes,
mutating
bows,
into
and
a
gauntlets.
monstrous
Damn.
black beast.
With his lance, Dimitri kept killing, but no bloodshed could calm his mind. He reached peak war crimes, torturing an enemy commander in blind rage.
But when his
Yeah.
actions led to Rodrigue making the ultimate sacrifice, Dimitri was broken, terrified of yet another voice haunting him.
It's like
Except
that,
this
you know.
time, he had his professor to help him out. We've really got to pay teachers
Are they gonna
more,
scale
y'all.
him?
Dimitri still felt hatred for Edelgard, but looked past it to friends and kingdom he neglected and made a choice.
Instead of killing every last one of them, he would save every last one by retaking Fargus's capital.
A task this wretch-turned-savior king had the strength to do.
Dimitri has dodged meteors going Mach 60,
Oh,
decimated
that's
a squad
slow.
of soldiers with one spear throw, and defeated a wizard from the magic Illuminati.
This is Talus, whose power shook a futuristic underground city.
And Dimitri just walked through his magic like it was nothing.
Dimitri's also more than a match for Edelgard, who, in her route, bested the Archbishop of
Oh.
the Church of Seros,
Oh.
Rhea.
This is important because after dragging it up, Rhea survived 2 exploding javelins of light, aka magic nukes. Jeez, and Dimitri can fight on her level?
Indeed. But in the end, despite half a decade of slaughter, Dimitri was hesitant to kill Edelgard, in part from learning she wasn't responsible for the tragedy. Still, both monarchs had ideas for Fodlan that were simply incompatible.
And then Edelgard pulled a fast one with that old dagger present. Dimitri definitely felt that irony.
The war was over, and with his allies at his side, Dimitri claimed his place as a just king.
Unless, you picked a different house. His story doesn't end very happy in those.
But though the voices of the dead will haunt Dimitri until his final breath, so long as he has his friends, conviction, and compassion for the living, he will find peace.
All right, I'll make my prediction in the next part.